Morning! Welcome back to the channel and my two-door Morrisminor project. This cannot be a good idea. Oh, sorry, away with my thoughts there. Welcome back to the project. Today it's crunch time, literally. We need to assess the condition of this vehicle. I've got my mate coming out to me later. He's going to give me a quote on the welding. That's going to be astronomical, I would have thought. But without further ado, we need to assess the condition of this vehicle. Let's get the torch out and have a look. Right, so starting at the front of the vehicle and the engine bay, makes sense. Yeah, inner wings. They're a bit biscuity. See daylight through there, so got that to contend with. Moving further down, this panel is very old. Also go into the frame there. That's quite biscuity, and that's also quite alarming because that's exactly where the torsion bar bolts into. Again on this side, this is the bumper brace or the bumper mount, and if I pull the bumper, you can see it's not really attached to anything, but then there's nothing to attach it to, so that's all going to need to be redone. The other side's not as bad, fortunately. It's a bit hold on the inner wing there, but that can be patched up. And this side is a lot better. I mean, this is all absolutely solid. And on this side there's a small hole again by the inner wing there, but this panel is solid, fortunately, so that's something. But we're probably going to cut out both and redo them because these are only about, I think from memory it was about 20 quid a panel, so not too dear. Inside, well, I think in the very first video I showed you that. That's how bad it is from inside, so God knows what it's like underneath. We'll find that out in a second. So if I just move that seat out of the way, we'll have a look on the passenger side. Okay, this isn't too bad this side. Okay, that all comes out of the way nice and easily. So we've got a hole here, yeah, you can see that's gone through, and the boot floor where it meets the inner sill there, that's starting to go, but I'm not going to save any of this. This is all going to be cut out with new panels anyway. You can see it's had a patch here in the past, which is quite common. That's been reinforced there. It's quite solid actually, but this is all going to go moving forward. Right, passenger footwell. Well, it's all looking pretty sad for itself really, but it's gone completely through there. So it's going to want, well, we knew it wanted inner sills anyway, but this is all going to have to be cut out. I mean, that's heavily glued in place, but if I pull that back it's not going to be pretty, so oh dear. Right, so I imagine on this side it's going to be just as bad, so let's have a look. Yeah, okay, so yeah, so that's gone there. Oh yeah, lovely. Just put that back and pretend we didn't see it. Oh, found the bonnet release. I wonder where that was. Excuse the light because the sun's just behind me at the moment, but you can see it's gone there, and obviously down here as well. That's all going to want repair. I can guarantee with this plate off that outer sill is going to be shot as well, but let's go underneath and have a look. Right, so starting at the back, I was going to jack it up, but obviously it's on gravel, so that's not going to happen. So you're going to have to excuse the angles, guys, but I'm lying on my back and I've not been able to jack the car up because it's on gravel, obviously. That doesn't look too bad. So the leaf spring mount here appears to be solid, that's good. Obviously this is at the back, this is the boot floor, we knew about this. That whole panel's going to have to come out and be cut out, but I think that's a very straightforward repair. It looks worse than it is. This is where it starts to get interesting. So we've got floor coming into inner sill there. All this is going to have to go. There's the interior carpet. Right, then you've got this, which is just horrendous. So that's the driver's side footwell. What on earth is going on there? Well, pretend we didn't see that. Can you see that? Don't know what on earth is that. I don't know what on earth that's supporting. There's your torsion bar. Yeah, that's if I attempted to undo that, I think the rest of the car would fall apart. So that's going to be interesting to get that apart. What is that? I mean, what on earth? Anyway, we'll come back to that. So yeah, this is just like the Titanic. Oh dear. And that stretches along for the whole. Oh yeah. And I can see at the end the frame rail is hold as well. Right, tea is out of the way. Good news, there's been a development. While I was on the ground filming the front wheel arch, my welder turned up. He's looked over the car, and unfortunately for this car and for me, he's decided he does want to take the project on, which is fantastic. It's going to cost a bit of money. I won't discuss the actual figures because, like all these things are open-ended, you start one corner thinking you're going to get a certain bit done, and it turns into a nightmare. So obviously I've got to allow for a bit of stretch on his quote, should we say. But it is doable. The plan of action is to chip away at a corner at a time. So we'll start at the back of the car and he's going to work his way forward. I'm going to get all the repair panels in, and he's obviously given me a list of what he thinks he needs for the job. Now please excuse, these might not be the actual descriptions or the proper names for these panels, but this is what he's told me he needs. So from the start, put my brainy specs on so I can read. Floors, that's kind of crucial. Floor sill panels, rear front spring hangers. Where's that right front? Spring hangers. The boot floor edge, that's a separate panel. Centre cross member, that's completely shot as we just saw. Front chassis legs, they could ideally do with replacing. And the engine mount platforms. So the next thing we'll be doing is removing the interior. So carpets out, front seats, rear seats, and anything that might be in the way when he's getting a welding torch in there. Then he'll obviously take the doors off, brace the frame, and start one pound at a time. So I'm glad to bring you good news today, guys. This is fantastic. This car will live again. Elsa, as she's now known, will be back on the road in no time. Maybe not no time, but sometime. Thanks ever so much for watching, guys. Thank you for subscribing, thank you for the comments, and thank you for liking the videos. Really appreciate that. I've noticed a lot of comments on this video, and I know you guys really want me to get this car back on the road, so I'm glad I can give you that news. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there for today, guys. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you very soon. Take care.